solving very basic equations, very basic one variable equations. If you cannot solve these four equations on your own quickly, you need to come see me, come see someone who can show you how to do this, and you need to practice it on your own. This is the foundation of most of what we did in Algebra 1, most of what we do in Algebra 2. You have to be able to solve a two-step equation. Hit pause, try these, and then unpause and check against what I do. Here's the basic idea. I want to strip away the numbers from the variable, and I want to strip them away from the least attached to the most attached, meaning this: x is closely attached to 7, less attached to 3, so I'm going to strip away the 3 first. We strip away numbers using opposite operations. The opposite of divide by 3 is times 3. Times 3 and divide by 3 cancel. I'm actually doing the mathematics on the side of the equation that x is not on. 150 and 27 is 179. Double check that. 59 times 3, 177. Look at that. Good thing I double checked. Okay, that equals x plus 7, right? This number divided by 3 gives me 59. Okay, now strip away plus 7. The opposite of plus 7 is minus 7. Plus 7 and minus 7 cancel. We're left with x equals 170. I can check that my answer actually works. In the original equation, 170 plus 7 divided by 3 should give me 59. Alright, same idea here. 3 times 3 is very closely attached to m. Minus 14 is less attached, so I'm going to strip away minus 14 first. We can strip away a minus 14 using a plus 14. Why am I adding 14 to both sides? Because this equation, this equal sign, means left side is balanced with right side. Okay? If I make a change on the left, I must make the same change on the right to maintain my balance. So we have 3m's equals 57. Strip away a times 3 by dividing by 3. M equals 19. Double check my answer. 3 times 19 minus 14 equals 43. Divide by 12 is the most attached to t, so I'll strip away the plus 8 first. Strip away a plus 8 using a minus 8. T over 12 equals 27. Strip away a divide by 12 by multiplying by 12. T equals 324. Double check the answer. 324 divided by 12 plus 8 equals 35. Last one. Hopefully, again, you got those first 3 and this 4th one as well, and it's all super simple. Minus 94 is inside parentheses with j, so it's most closely attached to j. 11 is outside the parentheses. I'll get rid of a times 11 by dividing by 11. We've got j minus 94 equal to 31. Then I will strip away a minus 94 by adding 94. Plus and minus cancel. Plus 94 on the other side keeps the balance. J equals 125. Double checking my answer. 11 times 125 minus 94 equals 341. That's two-step equations, right? The baby steps of algebra. Now, some other moves that you should also be familiar with from Algebra 1 in order to simplify expressions and solve equations. We have the distributive property. Taking a number, a value that's in front of parentheses and multiplying it through the parentheses. So this is saying I've got a bag with a C in it and a minus 6 in it, or I've got a bag with a C and a minus 11 in it. What if I had 6 of those bags? I would have 6 C's and 6 negative 11s. What if I have a box with a C in it and a negative 6 in it? Okay, this is a little weird. I've got negative 7 of those boxes, or the opposite of 7 of those boxes. So I will have negative 7 C's, and I'll have positive 42. That's negative 7 times C, and negative 7 times negative 6 gives me a positive 42. That's the distributive property. That is what we use to break values out of parentheses. Another important skill is combining like terms. Combining like terms, 5 C's and 6 more C's is 11 C's. Negative 66 and 2 is negative 64. 10 C's minus 7 C's is 3 C's. 42 can't combine with that because it's not alike. It doesn't have a C component. Combining like terms is something that happens on one side of an equation. If you have like terms that are together on one side of an equation, they get combined, either by adding them directly or by subtracting them directly. Never mix combining terms with when you have like terms on opposite sides of an equation and you want to combine them, you need to use opposite operations. Okay? Opposite sides of the equation must use opposite operations. So how would that look? The opposite of positive 3 C's is negative 3 C's. So I will subtract 3 C's here, and I will keep the balance in the equation by subtracting 3 C's there. We're left with this, and we're down to a two-step equation. That's what we're always trying to work toward when we have complicated situations. Work it down until you have one C value and potentially one regular number on one side of the equation and simply a value on the other side of the equation. And these you should be able to do in your sleep. Add 64 to both sides. We've got 106. Divide by 8 on both sides. We've got maybe that. Double check. 106 divided by 8. 13.25. Okay. I can check and see if this actually works. In my original equation, we've got 5 times 13.25 plus 6 times 13.25 minus 11 plus 2. All of that equals 81.75. Remember that number or write it down. On the other side of my equation, I've got 10 times 13.25 minus 7 times 13.25 minus 6, 81.75. Two sides of my equation match, and I can be confident my answer is correct.